Hey everybody, thanks for coming through. We've got a little bit of Karnovs happening this evening. I've never streamed on Fightcade before, so this could potentially be the most scuffed thing you've ever heard in your life. But it's April Fool's, so a little bit of scuffness is totally fine and what we're looking for this evening. Let's see here. We got 9 entrants for Karnov's Revenge this evening. I've summoned Wiggumzz and Burst Dragon to begin playing. Oh, here we go. Looks like they're in. So give me a second. We'll start the spectating. Alright, we're in. Okay. So if you've never seen this game before, it's pretty wild. There we go. Oh no, see, we've already hit some scuff. I'll figure that out soon. So if you've never seen this game before, these two are top tiers. Lee, more of a kind of pokey, wants to confirm into stuff. Ray, that move right there, the wheel kick, is maybe the single best move in the game. Like, no shot. If you put that on any bottom tier character, they're automatically super good. Alright, we're seeing some Lee pressure. You see how Lee's knees are flashing. That is the weak point system. You get tagged in a weak point 3 times, you get dizzy. Any attack to the weak point after that, it gets its damage increased by about 50%. So you can just kill somebody off of a weak point. Confirm. Alright, nice little... we're gonna wait on round 2. I kind of want everybody to get eased in and, there we go. I'll do the round 2 calls just after this, don't worry. Burst, looking like he's got a weak point ready to break. Ray's weak point is it's kind of in an okay spot. One of the interesting things about this game is that weak points, how they're situated and how combos for the different characters do, can affect your meta a little bit. So a character with a weak point on their head, you know, they're going to get dizzy by jump-ins a lot. Character weak point on the legs, you want to sweep the legs against them. Ooh, nice throw. Alright, we're 1-1 now.
Lee wins! Final round, fight!
Alright, Burst. You gotta be cool. You can't just start the round with a wheel kick like that. Sometimes it do be like that. After this match wraps up, I will call the people who are gonna play for streams in round 2, and everyone after that can, everyone who's not been called for a stream can run their matches. And then we can run the losers after that. How's that sound? Like I said, it's pretty scuffed, it's pretty low-key, so we're trying to keep some positive, nice, easy energy this evening. Ooh, doesn't quite get the kill off that dizzy confirm, but, listen. You keep it down, will you? Keep it down. Hey, I'm talking to you. You keep it down. Son, you gotta stop pinging.
Round 1, fight!
Excuse me a second. So one of the things you'll notice about the backgrounds is they cycle per match. It's not like a character thing like you see in other fighting games. Okay, Burst is looking close to a dizzy. We could see like a rushing palm from Lee and it would be over. Yeah, so Lee's rush there, his rush punch, is kind of like Ooh, there we go. I was talking about that. So it is like maybe like a Yoon palm, but it also has Rekka follow-ups, so you can do different stuff afterwards. And that's one of the primary... I'm not going to call it mix-up. This game doesn't really have, like, high-low mix, so to speak. There's a little bit of it, but it's mostly when you can see mix-up heavy stuff, it's going to be left-right. Alright, burst. Once. Wiggumzz in the corner. Oh, excuse me, I forgot to even update the score.
Final round, fight.
We do a little scuff screen now and then. Catching the jump in. Trying to play a little bit of neutral. See, you can play your neutral like it's a class. Ooh, nice scoop. DDT. He loves DDTs. Do them on the ground or in the air, that's how it is. See, that's what Lee brings to the table. The Rekkas can do humongous damage. And also keep him pretty safe. Oh, doesn't quite get the punish. Gets away with that wheel kick. Scot-free burst. Getting away with murder. Ooh, the dizzy. No confirm off of that. Crouching heavy punch. Burst. Loves to get a wheel kick. Loves a wheel kick. That's normal. That's Fightcade. Alrighty. Burst Dragon. Up 2-0 over Wiggumzz. We'll be moving on. And let's see. We got Invalidity and Stinky Steve coming up next. Let me just mark these down. Excuse me. Invalidity and Stinky Steve. Whenever y'all are ready, come on down. Put a little bit of very slight background music. I'm so used to hearing the sounds during Strive's lobbies that I gotta have a little bit of sound in the background. Okay, so one of you challenges the other in your Fightcade. And then I'll jump in, swoop in to spectate. We got some people who maybe have never quite block and move on. Oh man, we're already seeing toxic behavior in the Discord. Listen, keep it friendly. That was in the rules. Ooh, alright. We are ready to spectate a game. Should be coming momentarily. Please let me spectate the game. Okay, we should be spectating the game. Alright. So Stinky Steve is one of our regulars who's never played this game before. And, ooh, I see! Interesting, interesting.
Round one, fight.
Oh, starting off with the DP. So, okay. Ryoko, maybe one of the most unfortunate characters in the game. She's pretty darn weak. And it really just boils down to her size. She's so small, she has very poor reach. And Mizoguchi... Oh no, we got a Karnov gamer here, doing the full Rekka kicks. Yeah, Ryoko, very small, has a weak point that's kind of in a funky spot, leaves her open to jabs. And just has very poor reach, but she has Yama Arashi, the command grab. Does a grip of damage, leaves her set up for nice jump in. Ooh, the cross up. Koryusai is a really silly reversal and DP move. Invalidity making full use of it to get one on the board, nice and quick. Hey, ZeroAran and PolarBair, just noticed you followed. Thank you much. If you're going to come around for more Karnovs, you may find yourself disappointed. It's mostly Strive and Neo Turf Masters, but I may try to stream something else fun in the meantime. Maybe some poker or something. I just appreciate y'all coming through. We're here to have a good time watching some silly old games. Okay, Stinky Steve. Having a little bit of trouble getting in, just getting pushed out. Like I said earlier, that short reach from this character makes it difficult for her to really get in. No, you can't do that! The Goatsy Tiger Bazooka? So, for those not in the know, characters in this game, certain characters in this game have secret moves. Not super moves, secret moves that if you do special inputs, they just do bonkers damage. And Mizoguchi has two. He's got a super version of his projectile that does big damage. It's so slow you can only really typically get it off a dizzy. And he's got Big Blue, which is a super version of his what a cross-up of his DP, and it's very silly. It kind of has a yeah, there it is, showing off. It's odd. You can kind of gamble with it to suck people in for big damage and clip a weak point. Oh, okay, Ippon Tsuyoi. The rushing hit grab from Ryoko, one of her confirmed moves. Okay, Stinky Steve. Ah! Didn't manage to clip the weak point, though. Oh, does there. It's unfortunately over for Stinky Steve. Invalidity. 2-0. Listen, we normally see Strive players come around here, and plenty of Strive players say, oh, match is too short. Oh, it's this way, that way. So you get used to that with this game on the board. Alright. HazTik and C Drive coming through next. We await you stepping up to the square circle, warriors. All right, HazTik. I see HazTik in the room. I see C Drive in the room. We'll be seeing them come through in just a second. Get them punched into the... Okay, they're ready to go. We will be spectating a match. We should be spectating a match any second. Alright, we're ready to go. So, C Drive? Oh no, C Drive! C Drive, I'm so excited to see C Drive because C Drive was talking about wanting to play Marstorius, and this matchup can be very unfortunate. Ooh. Ooh, there it is! The double German, the most fearsome of command grabs, has a very big reach. You can combo off of it, off a heavy or a light. You can do it raw. Ooh! Oh, C Drive knows! Okay. So, while the double German is happening, you can buffer in his charge lariat to rush in and get real close, so then you can run mix-up. I was talking earlier about high-lows aren't really a thing in this game. Marstorius is a bit of an exception for that. He can real easily high-low left-right you off of landing a command grab. Oh, it edged out by just a little bit. I didn't even see the timer. Okay. C Drive. We'll have a chance. Alright, we got some coaching from the chat there, and that's fine. Like, we got people who don't know exactly what's happening. Marstorius has one of the best sweeps in the game. It's 3 frames, and it's like almost like quarter to a third of the screen. It is enormous. Plus, on block, because Marstorius's command grab does not have a whip animation, you can cancel it into the command grab and you'll get your jab. So you can keep it pretty safe. The scoop. Yeah, 3. Ooh! So Mars command grab is like just shy of about 2 characters of distance of grabbing. So you can whiff like a jab or a light kick, and you can grab them even after a move whiffs. Ooh. Alright, HazTik. So, I was saying earlier, sounding real down on this matchup for C Drive, but one of the reasons for that is not necessarily it's Chota Man versus Grapple Man. Marstorius, you may have noticed when he jumps, he only has about just over half the height of other characters' jumps, so it's really difficult for him to get over fireballs and whatnot. C Drive, you're up. C Drive, you must play the game. C Drive, did you put in a coin? Do you need to bum a quarter off a mom?
Round 2, fight!
Hit start, hit start. It's totally fine, like I said earlier, if there's a little bit of scuff on the side, it's totally fine. It's April Fools, we're here to have fun. HazTik showing off excellent defense. C Drive, really good, impressive knowledge of the normals and how to play neutral. Okay, there we go, we're back in. Laughing time is over. C Drive sticking with Marstorius, undeterred. See, look how short Marstorius' jump is. Marstorius has got to be like one of my favorite grapplers ever. He's so cool. Like, it's kind of amazing to think this guy happened in 1994, considering how functional and what kind of weird grapple man tools. Yeah, see, he's got a flash kick. That's his tool to get through fireballs, yeah? Unfortunately, Mars kinda struggles with his charge timings. They're very short, they're very long compared to the other characters in this game. Ooh, there's a sweep, nicely done. This relentless rush down pressure. Oh, there we go! Okay. C Drive can come back. C Drive. Oh no, chip. I think it's gonna go to, yeah, HazTik. Up just because of the chip. I'm pretty sure all the characters have the same health values in this game, but because of how weak points work, a character like Mars can have a little bit more health left over after taking damage, because, you know, fewer hits are probably going to hit in the legs. Big combos tend to hit the upper parts of the body. Ooh, the kneel kick. Kneel kick is a very odd move. You don't see it too often. We love seeing oddball moves from this grapple man! Wheel kick out. The chance slipping away. C Drive. The grappler's dreams shattered. HazTik. 2-0. We'll be moving on to round 3. Alrighty, so I believe at this moment in time, gonna have to take a look at the brackets. Oh, look at this. Top 8. How about that? Okay, so top 8. How about that? Hang on a second here. We gotta report our scores, people. All of top 8. Yes, all of top 8 is. Top 8 will be on stream. Alright, so next match we're gonna have ZeroAran versus PolarBair. After that, Invalidity and HazTik are gonna come through. I will be pinging them just for the sake of clarity. Alright, let me see. Alright, they're gonna come through in just a minute. So, ZeroAran, I checked their their challenge profile, and I didn't see a whole lot of stuff. So I'm not quite sure what to expect from them. They really, more than anything, by kind of dint of it happening, ended up being the top seed. PolarBair is a lovely gamer. Commentated the what game did he commentate? Oops, excuse me. Okay. Starting off with. Did I get the dang? No, ZeroAran is on Mars. Excuse me. I'm getting mixed. This is mixing me. So, PolarBair knows their stuff when it comes to Karnov. They commentated the Frosty's Vortex Gallery top 8 for Karnovs. Or top 4 rather, excuse me. So I talked earlier about Mars Torius not being the secret move from Lee. So Mars Torius is kind of contentiously placed in terms of strength. He could go either way depending on how well he gets to play his game. But Lee is probably the top tier he does best against. Because Lee likes to be up close. And if we're starting to see, maybe we're starting to see why that's happening, huh? Oh, the jump in. What a confirm! That's how we know. Okay, maybe I was right putting ZeroAran in top seed and PolarBair up there. Oh, you love to see it. We love old games. Silly things like that can just happen sometimes. All right, Mars Torius. ZeroAran is taken around. 1-1 in terms of rounds. No games on the board yet. Ooh! That's like the most damage you can get from Mars Torius. The Senku Tai. Fans of Yang from Street Fighter 3 and on will recognize that move. Fun fact, Lee is actually the first practitioner of Baji Chen in fighting games, before Akira and Virtua Fighter even. Just a couple of months. ZeroAran has one on the board. But yeah, PolarBair is, if you're in the like kind of poverty game community, you know PolarBair. Plays a whole bunch of stuff, runs a Cyberbots bracket. Mars Torius Mirror! It's, he's Bruiser Brody, that's why. That'll probably explain it. Listen, one of the caveats of old fighting games is you gotta have characters based off of pro wrestlers. Ooh, the Dizzy! Ooh, the Power Drill Slam! Hang on a sec. Am I blowing anybody's ears out? The mic looks like it's peaking a little bit. I'm gonna turn this down just a touch. I'm getting too hyped. Like, I try to play it, like, a little more cool when it comes to Guilty Gear Strive, because it's so mechanically dense, so there's a lot going on, but I have had the biggest smile on my face for, like, the past 30 minutes watching this. You might be able to hear it. Dodge at the cross-up, nice punish. Woo! Manages to flash kick through. The big punish for PolarBair. 1-1 on the board. Again with the Mars Mirror, we love it, seeing the grapplers fighting. maybe my favorite stage in the background. This is Ryoko's, the Japanese summer festival stage. I love the soulful man making the takoyaki in the background. Ooh, nice flash kick. Weak point is flashing for both of these gamers. There's the punish. And what a punish that is! Ooh, just goes for the low after that. Gutsy. PolarBair is gaming!
Marstorius wins! Round 2, fight!
Marstorius, no command move to speak of. Just has the big limbs. Ooh, just jump straight in, the big belly flop. You love the body splash. Okay, ZeroAran is gaming as well. Kneel kick to beat the cross up. Oh my gosh, this could go either way! ZeroAran staying alive. 1-all. 1 round. That's a double Luigi situation. Tiger! The stare down. Punish. Gets caught by the overhead follow-up. Gets caught by the overhead follow-up. Ooh! Look at this neutral game we're playing here. This intense. And that's really what this game can be. It can either be intense neutral stare downs, or it can be, you know, skate fast, eat ass. PolarBair seeking to even things up. The big splash! Oh, that's it! It's over! PolarBair finishing with a big power drill slam. From the top rope. Alrighty. Good games being played by all. Okay, let's see. I believe Invalidity and HazTik gonna be up next. They enter the venue? Not quite yet. So if you don't know, if you didn't look at anything that's happening, I'm assuming more than a couple people here don't quite know what's good about Karnov's yet. Marstorius's power drill slam, it's an upwards half circle, like a Gold Lewis upward half circle, a 4, 7, 8, 9, 6 input, a 4, 8, 6 input. It's very silly. Or a 6, 8, 4 input, let's say. Keep it down there. We're not talking about damage yet. Man, I gotta focus. I got things to do behind the scenes. Have we got 2 gamers looking ready to play? Okay, they're raring to go. They're telling each other to challenge each other. Chomping at the bit. Raring to go. All needs to happen is they need to step into the square circle. Is it definitely a those who know game? So true. Alright. Gamers, roll up to the spectate. Rolling up, ready to spectate. Alright, okay. This is gonna be a cool match to see, because on paper, Ray is a flat-out more well-rounded character, stronger character, has worse damage, and even though Mizuguchi has a couple flaws, has big damage to spare. I feel like in the last couple of years, the community has really taken the time to rejudge, reassess what Mizuguchi is capable of. Like that DP, the Koryusai, the 3-hitter there, is very difficult to punish when you space it properly. Just doing it. HazTik. Hitting the ground.
Mizoguchi.
I want y'all to take a second and really appreciate how nice the background in this stage is.
Fight.
Ooh, the wheel kick. Wheel kick in the air is maybe one of the most unhinged things in this game. It goes so far. PolarBair dropping mad facts in the chat. I don't know the exact numbers on most of the stuff in this game. I tend to play mostly by vibes, so any extra knowledge you can drop is appreciated. With the exception of the player 1 and 2 stuff, I kinda wanted to see who would make it so far in the bracket before I'd bring that up.
Ray wins.
As just a little treat? You're so right.
Final round.
Okay. We're nearing the end of match 1. Anti-air, Tiger Bazooka. This is what I meant when I say this game can really turn into go fast and BS. Being -1 on block is good vibes, you're so right. Uh-oh. You can't jump this man. If you're at full screen and you try and jump at Ray, you're getting anti-air. Look how far it goes. Okay, if it comes down to a fireball war, this is what I meant when I said Ray is kind of stronger on paper. Great fireball. Probably the best in the game. But if you do that, you're gonna get shot down. HazTik. Flat on their back. That guy in the background sipping his Coke is just like, whatever. Challenging again. Invalidity up 1.
Ray versus.
Right, with the kicks, if I recall correctly. Like I said, I'm not 100% on everything in this game. I kind of play mostly Mars, a little Karnov, and some Samshai. Oh, okay, it might be over. So with really good timing, aficionados of Will It Kill know that the Tatsu there, if done correctly, you can link out of it and just get a ridiculously long combo. Oh my gosh, putting himself in the corner, HazTik does manage to get the break, but no big confirm off it. A stun? Oh, another drop! It's scrambled eggs. Oh, wheel kick.
Ray wins. Round 2. Fight.
Okay, we're starting to, it's a little more calm and neutral. No, HazTik just, you know, full screen, heavy wheel kick. Ooh! The anti-air from downtown. So the dynamite tactic there, one of Ray's trickiest moves. You can use it for cross-ups, you can move it to end combos. It's got a super version. Maybe we'll see more of that in the future. I feel like I could barely get a word in before HazTik just got elbowed to death.
Final round.
Final round. Invalidity, potentially on set point. Ooh, nice punish. See, there we go. I was talking about the dynamite tackle. It can be safe on block with spacing, the elbow DP there. You can kind of just do it. Alright. Now secret version. Just wakes up with it. Right. Like I said, I'm not 100% on all the numbers. PolarBair with the mad facts. I gotta get a Karnov's Revenge data bot or something like Sejam had.
Versus
As a quick aside, you may be noticing the odd green bars I'm using for the life totals. I pulled those from a box art. I just took that and stretched it out. So, fun fact, all the UI elements are coming from actual established Karnov lore. Oh my gosh, HazTik might just be dead. Just dead. Yeah, offense is really, really strong in this game. Until the other person does something real silly. You know, offense can be played very safe, very fast to blast. I appreciate you coming through, system. Just goes for the dynamite tackle. Goes for the dynamite tackle. Ooh, with a big punish. And remember, the heavy kick version of this move leaves in the air for longer, so it can be punished a little more easily. It's great for long-range anti-airs, though. Gambles with the big blue, trying to catch an outstretched limb, but falls short. Okay, HazTik has a round.
Final round, fight!
Putting us in a double Luigi situation. HazTik looking close to dizzy, though. Oh no! Not quite able to get the conversion into the chestos. HazTik has a huge hill to climb, though. This zoning is looking to maybe even the odds a little bit. These heavy kicks, you gotta be careful. I'm on the edge of my seat here. I'm leaning in. Just gets clipped by the Koryusei. Mizoguchi.
Mizoguchi
Wins! Invalidity. Moving on. A gamer for sure. Alright, we're going to be taking a quick look at the bracket here. So that's Invalidity and PolarBair moving on to winners finals. We'll get deeper into that later, though. Just a moment here. I will put the scores in. We're going to be moving down to the bottom half of the bracket. Couple of gamers coming through. I will set the details, and then we should be able to ping them and get everything going. Please work with me, I beg you. You can just chill to this very, very quiet version of Phelan's theme. I was kind of hoping getting some new blood, maybe people who weren't super experienced. I was hoping to get maybe some oddball characters like Phelan or Matlock to come through, but it looks like most of the people most of the characters I'm used to seeing are gonna have come through this evening. Alright, I've summoned a pair of gamers. Stinky Steve and Wiggumzz. Okay, they're in a jiffy.
Ryogo Lee versus
Okay, so I mentioned earlier that Marstorius tends to do well against Lee as a grappler, and you might, because Ryoga's also a grappler, you might think it's the same thing, but nah, that range discrepancy like I was talking about earlier is kind of the death of her. She's got her rolls, so she can get in, do some work that way to kind of go under stuff. But Lee is a neutral monster. Terrific pokes, that hard punch that you're seeing there, the hands on both sides. And just great little low kicks there as well. And yeah, she's doing Dark Souls rolls. Miyazaki specifically got inspiration from Karnov's Revenge for
Lee wins.
for the for fat rolling. Alright, Steve. Okay, nice air-to-air. Steve proceeding cautiously. For those who don't normally come through for our Strive bracket, Stinky Steve is an Anji player who loves to pick the most insane option at any given moment. And you know what? Stinky Steve makes it work. Gets the job done. Wiggumzz. Running safe offense. This chip damage is really starting to add up. Back throw incident. Come on, COA. Oh, okay. There it is. The big command grab. Alright, Steve. Ooh. Even if Steve is in a very dire situation. Toss this over. Ooh, okay. 2 hits left for Steve to work with. If we're talking about chip damage, that one cross up.
Lee wins.
Wiggumzz up one. Stinky Steve sticking with Ryoko.
Versus round 1, fight.
See, look at that. That crouching hard punch is so much space, and it's just not really something Ryoko can deal with. Very short-range pokes. That light kick, though. Steve gets in. Ryoko has really good short-range normals. Using the nice held-back version of the dash punch. Keeping Steve out, doesn't want to get grabbed. I really, actually, Steve is playing pretty well here, using jump-ins to just counter the dash punches from Wiggumzz. Unfortunately.
Lee wins.
Nice adaptation, using the big, long-range lunge punch to catch the jump and start. Look how far it goes. There's it's one of these secret moves. Or that might be the heavy punch version. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta check the numbers after this. This is what Lee does. He controls the neutral and does big damage, and that's why he's top 4 contention in this game. Unfortunately, Stinky Steve going down. Wiggumzz moving on. Alright, we are gonna have, after this, T Curls versus Burst Dragon, and I will be straight up here. Burst Dragon is a homie from Locals, and I put them as the bottom seed mostly because anytime I talk about Karnovs or anything like that, they roll their eyes at me. So, just as a joke. Okay, we're seeing challenge me in the chat there. We'll get deeper into that later. I got something I want to say about that. Karnov heads probably know what's going on there. That's Matlock scene, I think. Yeah. Matlock is kind of cool, but he's not very good. Okay, we should be looking at a match here in just a second. Ooh, Clown. Okay. Okay, so Clown is pretty low tier. Clown is an unholy combination of Claw and Dictator and Blanca and has a charge projectile. This character is very weird. Pick a card! Clown generally is not thought of very highly because I think it's kind of low damage, like can be very annoying to play against. That said, oh yeah, very weird charge inputs, like down backs and straight ups and whatnot. But yeah, I was about to bring up how Clown has the blessings of having some very interesting matchups. Yes, he manages to catch the wheel kick there. So at longer range, wheel kick is he'll be fine. Oh yeah, Clown has a really strong throw as well. Maybe I think it's the strongest throw in the game. And additionally, like if you're up against Mars or Ryoko, you could just hit Light Punch all day long and keep them out. They can't jump in on you or nothing. Clown has a mash throw as well. Just a very odd character. Don't see him a whole lot, so it's kind of difficult for me to really talk about him.
Final round, fight!
This is definitely maybe the most fun character pick we've seen the whole bracket, though, so big ups to Burst Dragon for coming through with a weirdo. Looks like they're trying to go for a throw, maybe got the buffered pick a card there. Yeah, this game, I know a lot of people compare it to Street Fighter, but, oh, Burst isn't Clown? Did I get him backwards? I was looking at the thing there. Damn, I got him backwards. I thought I had it. Excuse me. Curl's playing Clown. Yeah, Burst is a well-known Akuma gamer. On second thought, see, I only really pick this UI in regard to training mode, so it's a little difficult for me to tell what's happening up top. I should probably have thought things over. But it's April Fool's, so it's totally fine if things are scuffed. Yeah, Ray being top tier, Burst loves top tiers, picks Akuma in every single game. Ooh, nice tackle. There's the wheel kick. Alright. Curls, going for the throw. Oh yeah, that's definitely a great comparison. We haven't seen Karnov at all yet, but making the comparison of Karnov to Akuma is totally great for various reasons. If you stick with this game, you'll find out why. You know, it was bold Curls. I wanted to see maybe just overshot it a little bit. Curls making fools of us all, just bouncing around. Ooh, okay, Burst. Shades of Moo Master there, with a different move, but for those not in the know, Moo Master, a well-known Karnov's gamer, loves to pick Ray and use the dynamite tackle to dash over you after a knockdown to get cross-ups. Picking cards. Burst struggling to get out of the corner. Ooh, you know what? Curls getting the good conditioning going for the handstand. Burst tries to throw a card, projectile of their own. Ray does not throw cards. I misspoke a little bit there.
Clown wins!
Yeah, Clown has the best grab. If you mash it out, it does really big damage. A real April Fool. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Bear. Okay. But Curls... See, here's the thing about the roll. If you try to just use it and bounce back when you're near the corner, you can get punished real easy, so Curls has to be careful trying to roll out. That said, the falling portion of that, I believe it can hit on the way down. I swear I've seen some homogeneous or silly something or other with that. Oh, it doesn't quite make it over. Curls picks the winning card. 1-1. Easy, easy. No mashing the coins. We're all friends here.
Versus round 1, fight!
Again, I love the details in the background of this stage. There's a lot of real fun details of the characters and stages in this game. Curls fighting. Ooh, the rainbow ball and the air. You know, Curls trying to be an April Fool. First. Gaining distance after the blocked balls. I like it. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is such great spacing versus found. Can really just advance or back off, be patient as he pleases. Doesn't want to get thrown. Oh, maybe a little too far. Great spacing. Doesn't even risk throwing the fireball there. Maybe risks a handstand, but
Round 2, fight!
in that situation made the right call. This is great taking space going on after these block balls. You know, look like maybe going for a throw, get a buffered card toss. Ooh! Punishes the whiff with a sweep, nice. Gotta be careful trying to anti-air Ray, especially if you're trying to anti-air wheel kick. I wouldn't recommend it. Ooh, out of the corner, nice handstand. Ooh, up picking that card. Ooh. Dizzy on the table. Doesn't gonna matter, though. Just gets chipped out. Burst Dragon, 2-1. Alrighty. That's, is that our losers? No, we still got a whole other round of losers to get through. Give me just a moment. I will be getting everything squared up in just a second. Ah, yes, the music. Alright, we're going to be moving on to losers round 3 in just a moment. After that, we're going to swap back over to the winners side of the bracket. Okay, next up we're gonna have ZeroAran and Wiggumzz. And HazTik versus Burst Dragon. Okay, they're in nice and quick. I didn't expect them to get in that quick. This is why I put out the blanket rule of take a breather before you get really into the game. Seeing it once again. Grapple Man versus Lee. ZeroAran making good use of these sweeps. Wiggumzz already having the weak point. Ooh, there it is. Doesn't quite get the max damage there. Now it's Aaron's turn to get the dizzy. So Wiggumzz finding a nice little confirm to close things out.
Lee wins. Round 2, fight.
Starting things a little more patient. With a dropkick. Artorias has a few oddball air moves he can use to get in. He's got like this weird hop kick with his heavy kick. He's got two different versions, like a spin kick or like a weird one. I'm not even sure how to describe that move. It's pretty obscure. You know, just go for it. No need to be fancy. Get the job done. Quick little double German.
Final round, fight!
Ooh. Really? To keep out with the heavy chop? You know, the Ric Flair special? Full screen. Wiggumzz can... Listen, you can't be cheeky like that. That move is... A hit grab is really funky at best. You know, maybe this long-range strategy is paying dividends for Wiggumzz. Can kind of dash punch at their leisure. You know, sometimes things don't quite pay off. Listen, there's no need to mash the button like that. Keep it down, will you? Aaron. There's no need to mash the coin button like that.
Versus round 1, fight!
Just starting with it? Wiggumzz already dizzy. Just throws. Bold scoop. Going in with the lariat. ZeroAran set point.
Artorias wins! Round 2, fight!
Wiggumzz, nice. Dash in for the punish. These big limbs. Working in Aaron's favor. They're in one of those weird spin kicks I was talking about there. Good punish. Wiggumzz finding opportunities. He has the damage to turn this around. Can easily chip Mars out in this situation. Ooh. Okay. It's... Just woke up with it. Oh, Zero. The cleanest of sweeps. Alright. We got HazTik and Burst Dragon up next. I will keep my eyes on... Let's see here. The room to see when they pull up. Let's put the music back on. Okay, they're ready. Is Fightcade ready? Yeah, Fightcade's ready. Oh boy, Ray Mirror? Are we gonna see a Ray Mirror? Oh yeah, it's a Ray Mirror. I'll have to fuss with the... There we go, that should make it a little easier to tell who's who. Okay, HazTik draws first blood. Yeah, baked potatoes for everybody. If you know, you know. Wheel kicks. Call it Ray Mirror, call that a bike shop. Ooh. We can see maybe a few more of the normals coming into play now. That standing heavy punch. Woo. Listen, you can't just wheel kick your way out of every single problem. It's not gonna work. HazTik being a little more frantic with their wheel kicks. Burst Dragon keeping it a little more grounded and clean. Ooh. Okay. Nice wheel kick, nice anti-air. I definitely had those names right? Yes, I do. Okay. Yes, I can keep it down. Oh, 2 wheel kicks at round start. Enough's enough. Again, this is Burst finding a really good position outside the corner to just kind of box in the opponent. It worked with the previous match, and it's going to work here. See the wheel kick. It's one on the board for Burst. What's up, Crow? Thanks for coming by this evening. Crow, somebody I bullied into playing this game years ago. Unable to make it through this evening, but appreciate them coming through to visit the stream. You mixed yourself with that one, I'm sorry. See, the tackle in, it's not like the best neutral skip option, but I guess it got the job done there. And the Burst, looking to clean up the job with the sweep. And this is kind of what I mean when I was talking earlier about Ray not having the best damage. Something like that, if you saw maybe even Lee's dash punches, probably would have got rung a little more out of that. Even in that stun situation, Ray couldn't kill less than half health left. The real top tiers, characters like Zazzy, probably, definitely could have done it, I think, in that situation. Zazzy, a top tier who's not made an appearance this evening. A bit more technical, but it's mostly about execution rather than any really techy and finicky stuff. Karnov tends to be a little more tricky because of links and not mixing yourself with your cross-ups. Fireball ward. HazTik, sending out the wheel kicks. Burst Dragon keeping cool. 2-0. We'll be moving on. Alright, how's our bracket looking now? You know, I think we're going to go on to winners finals at this time with PolarBair and Invalidity. Gives me one moment. Have they been pinged? They have not. Alright, I pinged them. They should be coming through in a moment. Oh, nice. Thanks. Glad he could join us. If, ooh. Hey, let me know how the sound is. I feel like I'm peeking the mic constantly, but if I'm not blowing anybody's ears out, you know, and I'll keep it the way it is. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes Fightcade tends to blow the ears out and whatnot, so I want to make sure everything's good. Alright, whenever y'all are ready, you can start the, yeah, it's top 3 is gonna be, first to 3. Okay, we are moving into top 3 territory right now. PolarBair. Ooh, we're gonna see... Okay. Maybe later. We got Lee and Mizoguchi. PolarBair, I believe, was playing a little bit of Mars earlier. Yes. It's only been a short while. It feels like it's been so long ago. So now that we're in sort of the top half of the bracket, there's a secret about this game I've been kind of keeping on the back burner. I know some people aren't really as familiar with this game as others, so this ain't gonna be new news to some people. But if you are on player 2 side, you get 1 extra frame of advantage on every move you do that lands, whether it's blocked or not. And I believe there's slightly less pushback on moves done by player 1 side. So what that means is if you're on player 2 side, you can easily rack up plus frames and get extended pressure, and player 1 side makes it a little easier to do mix-ups because of how cross-ups, because of cross-ups. Yeah, exactly. So personally, I think that's a leftover artifact from... Hello? Uh-oh. Everything good? Did the game explode? Because it stopped for me. Oh no! Listen, I'm getting news from the front. We'll find things out in just a second here. And Validity is typing. Listen, it wouldn't be an April... Oh no, we had a crash! We had a Fightcade crash. Let me know when you're back in. One moment, please. I wish I'd made a note of who took that round in case we want to reset back to the situation or just start fresh. Okay, PolarBair is looking to replay it from the start. Okay, and you know what? It's too fun to watch. We'll just play it from start. Like Bear said. And once they get back into the room here, I'll put things back up. We'll put some tunes on while we wait. Okay, they're already in. I'll turn the tunes off. Gotta keep it funny. Alright, we're back in. We're ready to go. No shenanigans, no harm done. And we're back in it. So as I was saying, I think the reason why the player 2 side gets those plus frames is probably some leftover artifact from arcade mode, trying to get the CPU to just have extra frames of advantage over it. Just a guess. Ooh, nice. Interrupting there. I think maybe the link on that dropped. Not able to get the dash punch after the secret move. Invalidity. I was about to say fighting for dear life, but it went away before I could even get the words out of my mouth. And we're back to the situation we had before. Welcome back. Ooh, good punish on the whiffed DP there. Call it a DP, but there's no DP motion about that move. Just doing it in neutral? So Crow, you're actually looking at PolarBair is really knowledgeable about this game. Commentated the game in the Vortex Gallery. Just plays a lot of old games. Just an enthusiast for this kind of stuff. So keep your eyes on the match that's playing out. You'll learn some Lee tricks. Coming down with the heel. PolarBair up 1. Remember, we've moved into first to 3 territory at this point in time.
Mizoguchi. Round 1, fight!
Yep. Invalidity got the blue jeans on. Good challenge. You gotta be bold to challenge against the light Koryusai at that range. Ooh, DP versus DP. PolarBair comes out on top. If it comes down to a fireball war, you know, there's not gonna be a fireball war. Maybe Bear can stop the stuff from coming in with a secret move, but I'm not sure how like a fireball, how viable a fireball war would be in that situation.
Lee wins.
See, this is the first time I've ever run a Karnov's bracket, so I'm finding myself in a lot of situations where I don't know a whole lot about what's going on. Since it's an offense-heavy game, and I see this game, the situations mostly through the lens of how does Marstorius deal with it. I've got some blind spots in my knowledge here and there. But this is very fun, and I'm glad y'all decided to join me and indulge my madness this evening. Oh my gosh, all the way across the screen? PolarBair. 2-0.
Lee wins.
Invalidity. On the verge of being removed from the winner side of the bracket.
Round 1, fight.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Mizuguchi's gotta be a little less unga bunga. Yeah, that's the move you want to look out for, the 4-hitting palm energy ball there. Gotta be careful challenging these light Koryusais, how safe they can be. Ooh, stuffed out. Don't stick your hand in the food processor. Look at this very careful movement happening in neutral right here. Ooh, just a walk-up throw. PolarBair is playing confidently, keeping things compact.
Lee wins.
PolarBair on set point.
Round 2, fight.
Ooh, catches the chesto with the anti-air, crossed up. Almost had another cross-up situation there, but jumped back out. Maybe to get space for fear of being so close to Lee. Ooh, oh no! Just goes for the Rekka's prime position to be punished. Ooh, that's a big punish. Dizzy. On the verge of death, Lee. And we heard another boing there. Mizuguchi had lost the bandana. Invalidity. Waking up, smelling the coffee, gets a round under the belt. But this is still set point for PolarBair. Good anti-air. Ooh, just catches with the jump in. Already dizzy. This could be over in a trice. Doesn't get the big punish. Invalidity. Very thankful about that. One straight hit from Lee could turn things around here. If Lee can convert into a palm, this could end. Koryusai is the dash under escape method. And like these big long-range dash punches, you gotta be very careful about using fireballs. If PolarBair decides to just go for it as a call-out, that could be the end. Mizuguchi has the weakness of having a really slow fireball. Ah, it's a nail biter, folks. Oh! Okay, Invalidity. The heart rate monitor is beeping. Invalidity is still in. One on the board.
Round 1, fight.
Ooh, Matlock stage. You'd love to see it. Not getting the brunt of the palm there. We're just trading reverses back and forth. No, not this time. Yeah, this is... I'm so happy this match is going the distance. Punk rockers in the background, love it. Validity. Oh! Oh! Gambles twice on a Big Blue. Fails to get a Lee's weak point. Things are looking very even. Look how tense this is. No follow-ups. Oh, the cross-up! What a cross-up!
Lee wins.
Yeah, I definitely think Big Blue hits you high in that situation. You're so right, system.
Fight.
Just jumps in with the active knee. I really like the very short movement forward Invalidity's using the Koryusai's with to get into a position and just poke. Yeah, there we go. It's working for Invalidity. Neither character looking to get dizzied anytime soon. Okay, Bair is in. Things get really spooky. Blocks the cross up. Flings across the screen. That punch is -10. You gotta be careful of the hard punch version. Okay, you know how I was talking earlier about the light version of the Koryusai to just edge in for small pokes? Now, Bair doing the same thing. Lee, calm, serene, pleased with himself. Taking that third match, moving on to grand finals. Ooh. That was such a good match. Such a good set. 3-1, PolarBair's favor. We move down to losers semis. ZeroAran versus Burst Dragon. Ooh, whose theme is this? Oh, it's Ryoko's theme. Nice. Alright, we're moving into spectate. One moment, please. Oh, okay. Are we seeing a pair of top tiers coming through? Okay, it's Karnov time. Okay, if you don't know anything about Karnov, you're in for a treat. You may see the most insane things you've ever seen in your life happening. The Nov himself. Are we gonna see? No, not going for any cross-up. Okay, there it is, the balloon. So balloon is like almost completely invincible until it hits. So it's very difficult to deal with. It defines a lot of matchups. There's the teleport! Okay, so a lot is happening right now. Yes, the balloon only has strike and projectile in Vuln, so you can air throw it. So if you plink, if Karnov's kick, that move that just dizzy, because it's funny, he needs it, is a charge move. So if you plink crouching light punch into forwards and sweep, he'll do that slide, his sweep, and I don't know, it'll bug out and he'll end up where the kicks will finish. It's a teleport bug. So I just got done maybe explaining a few of these things. And the first match is already over, remember, because this is losers. This is my goal in streaming this, seeing reactions like that in the chat. Thank you, Norm's Respector. And remember, because Aaron is on player 2's side, gets that extra +1. And that crouching, standing heavy punch, excuse me, very good poke, one of Karnov's best. Okay, Burst playing very patiently around Balloon. Yeah, Balloon can drift left and right, so it is Karnov's primary mix-up tool. Good block. Burst is, alright, Burst knows what's up. Woo! Yes, Karnov does have an infinite. It's very difficult to do. Karnov is a technical character because he has very precise inputs for a lot of stuff. He has a lot of links. Karnov does not have a way to really convert off of his crouching light, his only, which is one of his only lows, without using links. Yeah, so Karnov does have a few weaknesses. He doesn't have a proper reversal. Oh my gosh, I gotta explain that too. So, Karnov is the only character that can chain... Yeah, El Grande Padre, El Gran Padre. Karnov can chain air jabs into other stuff. He's the only character who can cancel his air jab. Balloon, it's not like a proper reversal, but you can use it. Yes, Balloon does do chip. Like, in the time it took me to just talk about stuff that was happening, that match is already wrapped. And we're gonna be moving on to our losers finals now of ZeroAran versus Invalidity. Alright, are we ready? Put the music back on. I sincerely hope we get to see more Karnov because there is so much to talk about with this character. Losers Finals coming up now. Okay, we're ready to move in. We're back to first to three territory. Okay, Invalidity on the left side. ZeroAran on the right side. I should probably touch up that score, huh? Alright, Mizoguchi versus Karnov. Okay. Yeah, Mizoguchi, I was saying earlier, there's been a lot of talk kind of reevaluating Mizoguchi. He was always like, for the longest time when I was playing this game, starting out, he was thought like to be like this mid-tier, maybe upper mid-tier-ish character, but now people are saying he's potentially on par with the top four, maybe just below them. Yeah, both of these characters have ways to do lots of damage. Ooh. Okay. Invalidity knows what's happening with this matchup. Not getting crossed up. Ooh, it's caught by the 100 kicks. I believe you now. Don't worry. I think now everybody believes you. Yeah, if, I guess for a more modern example, it's like in the Soul matchup. You gotta throw out your lights to stop bandit fuck it, we ball bandit revolvers. The jabs in this game have a ton of disjoints, so you can use them to just create defensive walls against moves that aren't too high up above you, stuff like Balloon. Oh, there we go. The big break. So, one of Karnov's big weaknesses is his weak point. His necklace is kind of in a crappy spot. It's just very big and kind of out there, so it's very easy to clip, even with normals like that. And I think it is probably general consensus is that Karnov is the weakest of the top four characters, but the top four, the four horsemen, are kind of infamous in this game. No one has been brave enough to pick the character who's in contention for top one. Zazzy, we've seen the other three. Nice Balloon. It's a throw. Ooh, the cross-up. ZeroAran. Up one.
Wins.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All, like I said, was saying about the top 4 characters. Like, the top 4 are not called the 4 Horsemen for no reason. They rule the game. They dominate the game's meta.
Mizoguchi versus
Oh yeah, Gene. If you're a will it kill aficionado, you've seen the nonsense crouching heavy punch confirm into hands kill with Gene. So one of the more subtle elements of the game that you might have seen just now is that while you're in hit stun, you can stand up or crouch, and that allows you to adjust your weak point so that you can kind of shift it out of the way of moves that could potentially break it. And remember, this game came out in 1994, years and years before stuff like, you know, combo breakers and killer instinct or bursts in Guilty Gear. So Karnov's Revenge really, if you think about it, very ahead of its time in terms of how you can interact when you're getting hit. The game is still interactable while you're getting hit. Karnov is Pestilence?
round 2. Fight.
Ooh. That's another thing of Karnov's. If you have to be careful about crossing yourself up with the different stuff. Oh my god, a break already. It could be very close to over. Sticky out. Aaron in the corner. This could be dangerous. Karnov doesn't have a real reversal. Has a great anti-air though. That little rising headbutt of his, terrific little anti-air. Can stuff just about any jump in the game. Oh, Zazzy is absolutely Conquest. For what it's worth, I think Ray, I think you could go either way in terms of like Ray or Zazzy in terms of top 1 or 2. Like, Zazzy is more explosive by far, but Ray more well-rounded and has wheel kick. I've been singing wheel kick's praises this whole bracket. Like, you're valid either way in my book. I'm definitely not as knowledgeable as somebody like Bear, but really, Lee higher than Ray. Interesting. I know that Lee, I feel like Lee has some kind of dicey matchups against weaker characters, and I think that's probably why I would put him at 3.
Round 2. Fight.
ZeroAran on match point. A V for victory. I'm starting to talk about stuff outside the game. I should focus on the matches. See, Karnov's Fireball, real interesting. The way it bounces, it can clip an extended limb. Very funky. Oh, I thought he was going to get clipped by that for sure. Maybe the crouching hitbox on the bazooka saved him. Ooh. Validity. Oh. Big trade. That's gonna be 3 for ZeroAran. Yeah, Karnov's Fireball, it's very odd. Very unusual. Yeah, I'm not really around the Karnov's scene quite as much as I ought to be. I really ought to be. This is such a fun and funky little game. Alright, PolarBair and ZeroAran. It's time. If y'all want to do any coin flips for whichever side you want to be on, you know you're welcome to. Thanks for coming through, Invalidity. I appreciate everybody who has shown it. It has been a privilege and a pleasure to run a Karnov's Revenge bracket this fine evening. I've had a smile on my face the whole time. I've been waiting for just moments to gush and gush and gush about this game, and everybody who's come through in the chat, ZeroAran and System and Bear, who's supported me in my not full knowledge of this game, is been a big help, and it's been appreciated. Okay, PolarBair, good as their word, playing Zazzy versus Karnov.
Round 1, fight!
Zazzy has really good normals. That standing light kick of his is really, really good. And his ducking, the Dudley-esque ducking. Hell yeah, I saw some Mars Torius. We saw a little bit of Mars Torius. See, Balloon can be a little tricky. That Hellfire, the anti-air there, with Invuln. Zazzy can use that to kind of power through. Controller port differences are just grooves before they were grooves. You're so right. So the thing about Zazzy is that his ducking has some invuln on it, so you can cancel it into his invuln uppercut. It's almost a little bit like Slayer, Slayer's backdash canceling in the Exec series, and a little bit of Dudley's ducking. The catch is that Zazzy has the weakest throw in the game. He can't just pull up on you and throw.
Karnov wins! Perfect!
ZeroAran taking quick 1 on the board, threatening to perhaps turn things around in a reset. Ooh, it's Gene. Gene is what if Guile had 100 hands. And their flash kick moved them backwards. Also cool is that Gene has some pretty dynamic neutral with their kicks. Can slide under fireballs. It's going to be a little more tricky in this matchup because of how Karnov's fireballs work. Yeah, Gene has air throws. That's the big weakness of Balloon. See, the Balloon has so much invuln. Mizuguchi does not have an air throw. Mizuguchi just kind of has to throw light punches to catch Balloon as it comes down. So now you see the true power of Karnov. Yeah, Balloon, okay, so how that works is what he's actually doing is he's doing Balloon, linking into his air jab, then special canceling that into Balloon, and doing that over and over. And because Karnov's jumping jab is the only air cancelable move in the game, he has the privilege of doing that. There's the air throw. System was saying that earlier. But the dizzy. ZeroAran looking to try and turn things around. Already at 2 on the board, threatening to give us a reset. Sticking with Gene, PolarBair. Ooh. The flash kick goes through the Balloon Man. Okay, air throw, that's what we need to see. PolarBair adjusting. ZeroAran using those plus frames really well to get all kinds of things happening. Getting a throw. Throw. Back throw incident. Okay, that's a reset. Grand Finals. Oh, that's not a reset. Excuse me. You didn't see anything. That's 1 step away from a reset. ZeroAran. Ooh. Getting the quick confirm. It's Karnov's bread and butter there. The light, standing heavy, the kicks. Ooh, good punish. Ooh. Good air throw. That's what we need to see. Ooh, catches with the overhead. Not able to convert off it. Too low to the ground. ZeroAran throwing themselves at Bear for dear life. And there's the reset.
Karnov wins.
Ah, yes, because challenging to what have yous and whatnot. Okay. Keep an eye on... Put the music back on. And we'll keep an eye on the match to get back in. So I want to know... I know Bear said earlier they're not much of a Zazzy player. Appreciate them taking a minute to show us what's good with that character. I'm gonna have to switch things up here. I think it's probably better to just do this. Okay, Bear on player 2 side now. Don't adjust your sets, I'll do it for you. We're seeing Lee. Back to Lee.
Round 1.
What's good, Edgigeki? Thanks for coming through. This is the game I submit all the time for Will It Kill, and I've been so happy all evening that I get a chance to run a bracket for it. Fighting Bear off, not getting thrown. ZeroAran. Oh! Okay. Bear has the character who can capitalize on that. Even if they're real far away, just a dash punch get to capitalize on it. That's what you gotta keep in mind. Some characters don't have the moves to capitalize on those long-range breaks like that when a clash happens. I say a clash like there's systems, but no, it's just the break already? Maybe going for the call? Listen, that's quite a fiery bit of speech you put in our ears just now, Jigeki. Karnov's a big, jolly, silly man with a silly balloon move, and we love him for it. Ooh. Interesting standing LK anti-air. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I'll give it up. PolarBair has 1 on the board after this grand final reset. Excuse me, I need to do the WeebCup standard. There we go. Punish on the sweep. Remember, sweeps, unlike most games you see on the Neo Geo, the SNK fair, sweeps are special cancelable. Most of them are. It's another unusual thing this game did, didn't it? Uh-oh. Not quite getting all 3 hits. Ooh, look at that cross-up! That was dirty, the cross-under?
Lee wins! Round 2, fight!
PolarBair approaching. I love this game so much. Ooh, good punish. That's gonna be a hit in the weak point, I believe. Ooh, that's gonna be a bunch of hits in the weak point. Yeah, definitely. Doing balloon from that high up, I think it's gonna leave Aaron open to getting anti-air. It's gotta be lower. Alright, PolarBair. 2 on the board. Now we'll see. Okay. So this is gonna be real dicey. ZeroAran does have a nice Marstorius to work with. And Marstorius does, I think, have a slight edge in this matchup. But because they are down in terms of total matches, Bear could pick like Clown or Ray or Mizo if they lose here. And ZeroAran's gonna be locked into a character with really bad anti-fireball tools. Punish the attempt to cross up. Again. Going for a cross up, blocks it. ZeroAran has been playing really well this whole bracket. They didn't reset Grand Finals for nothing. Not quite getting the double German punish. Finds the sweep. Something a little odd about Mars is if you're close enough and you do, I think it's like a down forward punch or down back punch, you get these weird, I'm not even sure what to call them. Command, they're not command grabs. Like command normal throws? That's all I can think of to call them, so you need to be careful that your inputs don't overlap with that when you're trying to go for a double German. I really like how Bair is not committing to a whole lot of space, just going for the short little dash punches to hold ground. Fireman throw motion there, that heavy punch punish. PolarBair is on tournament point now.
Final round, fight!
Ooh! But that sweep, that 3-frame sweep, can be used to box Lee out. That weak point hit is not so bad, but you know, the follow-ups are the German. Wary of the reversal. How do you wary of the splash? Oh! Catches the legs. PolarBair 3-0 is gonna be your WeebCup 192.5 chammy. Alright, that's gonna do it for us this evening. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through, everyone who entered, everyone who humored me in this very silly April Fool's endeavor, everybody who showed up in the chat with knowledge or just a smile on their face. You know, I've sure had one this whole evening. Could not be happier at the lovely turnout. And I think that's gonna do it for us this evening. So let me just input these scores in the thing, and I'll get a top 8er put together for us this evening, and get ready to send y'all on your way. Congrats to Bair for getting first place, and let's see here, I should probably pull up the end of tournament and get the participants standings. There we go. Yeah, PolarBair, appreciate you coming through. Commentated the bracket at Frosty's. Good to see you there. Let's see, who do I not recognize from as a regular from the brackets or the Discord? ZeroAran, Invalidity, HazTik, T-Curls. I don't recognize you from Sajam's Discord. I appreciate y'all coming through and playing some Karnovs. To the regulars like Stinky Steve and C-Drive, you know, appreciate you humoring me on this silly game this evening, and Burst as well, you know, rolling your eyes every time I talk about this game when we're at locals. But appreciate you taking me up on coming through this evening. Like I said, top 8 are coming through some point. Gotta find somewhere to raid. I'm gonna send y'all over to Bracket About Nothing. I usually raid them when they're doing the beginner's bracket, which they're doing now. So we'll be heading over in about 10 seconds. It's some Guilty Gear Strive. You know, if that's not your thing, just say hi, smile, and nod. That is your thing, you know, stick around to watch. I know the Bracket About Nothing fellas. Alright, y'all have a good rest of your evening, everybody. Take care.